Hi there, good morning. My name is Michael Hansen, and if I sound really weird and have this strange accent, it's because I grew up in Durban, South Africa. And I'm here at the CPA course, and although I'm not an American CPA, I'm an overseas professional accountant and have an MBA as well. Well, I don't want to tell you too much, but when we grew up in South Africa, to be an accountant, there were a few prerequisites. One of them was to dive with sharks, which I do all over the world, and the other one was to skydive, and when I moved to North America it was to do a lot of snow skiing. So we like to push the limit to make our rather mundane, exciting, stressful job much more exciting. Well, we have some pretty awesome photographs to show you, so I thought I would back up that you understand what I'm saying is in fact happening. So Twitchy, pull them on and let's show everyone. And you can then see some pretty exciting things that are not normal in every accountant's life or CFO's job. So have a look, here we go. Okay, have a look at photo number one. I thought this was an absolute blast. This is about an 18-foot, 2.5 to 3,000 pound great white coming up right in our faces, and look how smiling he is. I thought he was just coming over to give us a bit of a nibble. And photo number two, we decided that, well, let's make it more exciting, so I hopped out of the cage. We were down at 40 feet off Guadalupe Island, and then you have the same couple of great whites coming up within 1 foot of you, but with no protection. So that was awesome. And photo number three shows you one cruising past the opposite cage, and you can see the size of the great whites in relation to the cage. The next photo I want to show you is just when we decided to really chill out. We went to Nassau, the Bahamas, and we went and did free diving with about 40 to 50 Caribbean reef sharks. And then the last one, we decided to change the scenery. So that's a skydiving picture that you'll see with, you can't just see it in the picture from where it was taken, but Chicago's on your right and Milwaukee was on your left, which we saw as we exited the plane at 14,000 feet. Well, you know, what does this mean to a professional accountant? Well, there is a message I'd like to share with you, and that message is really that sometimes things are not always in our control. Sometimes when we work, especially in my case, I've worked in 4 continents in the last 13 years, things get thrown at us very fast by way of cultural diversity, by way of challenges, by way of just things going horribly wrong when you expect it to go well. I was based in the Middle East. I lived in Dubai during 9/11 and the Gulf War, and the one morning I got to work and my boss and I take a call from a certain GCC country, which I won't name, and it was one of our senior employees with their families, and they were on the phone and I could hear gunshots coming over the phone, and they said, please help us. And we got 2 of the large embassies on either phone, and they were telling us over the phone that there was no attack in that particular city. At the same time, I could hear mortar rounds going off, I could hear heavy machine gun fire, and it was having to deal with situations like that that takes you out of, and I'm speaking generally to the role of CFO here, it takes you out of being just a pure accountant, and you have to have good people skills, you have to have EQ. The modern accountant is moving way away from the role of the traditional accountant, and I've experienced many things like this across the globe in the areas that I have looked after. Here's my message. Generally when you choose the accounting profession, it means that we are rather conservative by nature, and you would be surprised at what you are capable of doing when a tough situation you find yourself confronting a tough situation. So, you know, from my takeaway was, right, you just got to get involved. A lot of us don't like confrontation or dealing with tough situations, but you'll be surprised at what you're capable of. So I have confidence that you would be able to handle the situation the same as I did, with no special attributes, but should you find yourself in such a situation as I did. The one takeaway I'd like to give you today is not to undersell yourself. In fact, Stuart, I'd like you to just stop the video right now and ask everyone. I had a fear of sharks, I had a fear of skydiving, so let me ask you right now, what is your fear? What is your shark? What is your parachute? Trust yourself, your parachute will always open, and if it doesn't, remember, you have a reserve. Take care, bye.